affecting children, where poverty rates continue to rise significantly. That could mean African American brothers and sisters, where pay rates continue to fall in comparison with others in this country, or where education in schools in primarily African American communities often deteriorates. Or it could mean for our brothers and sisters who are crossing the Sonora Desert, because their wages in Mexico, in Guatemala, in El Salvador have been taken so low because of corporate greed that their last best hope is to move into a new place so that they can provide for their family, that they can put food on the table, or maintain a small thatched or adobe home. We realized that our work isn't over. That this risk taker, this one who challenged authority and who challenged ways of living 2,000 years ago, continues to lay claim not only on the disciples to be witnesses, but on each of us today. And that's a challenge for all of us. How are we called to be risk takers and to live richly and deeply in new ways, not content with what has been, or laying back thinking others can do the work? How are we going to be this witness of reconciliation? Now, as we come today, we also realize that it is Pledge Sunday. That this is the Sunday in which we, as households, are invited to bring forward our pledge cards and place them in the basket as we think about our new fiscal year beginning June 1st. We often don't think about this idea of witness and witnessing reconciliation, or this idea of risk-taking, or of living a word of hope as being intricately interwoven with our stewardship, our pledging. We tend to divorce them. There's the money that we give, and there's the lives that we live, and we'll let it be at that. What I would challenge you today is to hear this lifting up of what it means to be a witness. And to think about how here at Calvary, what we are able to give both in finances and in terms of our gifts of time and talent, continue to inform the work in this place. We continue to bring family together with family in the neighborhood or across the Twin Cities. We continue to speak a word of hope for those in greatest need, whether it's on immigration or against this anti-marriage amendment that is going to be on the ballot, or whether it is in really working to talk about race and racism and white privilege, to talk about the environment and the way our dominant culture is going and how we're messing it all up. And that it is by giving of ourselves that we are going beyond lights and energy and working on the boiler. And we are saying this is a living witness in which we are all involved and all empowered. Today, in the midst of perhaps some exhaustion after last night's gala, or having encountered significant events in your family life, among friends, it's easy to say, you know what, I just need to take a breath. I just need to sit back for a moment. And I think Jesus realizes that word of peace, that word of allowing ourselves to absorb what has taken place. But he doesn't let us stop there. Instead, calls us to be witnesses. So today, think deeply and wonderfully about what it means for you to be a living witness, how you're going to carry it into the world. I'm going to close with a story that Bishop Robinson shared at this retreat. Now, some of you may have heard this in other contexts, but it's about this lake in the middle of New Hampshire, Lake Winnipesaukee, and about this old codger who liked to go out in the lake and do some fishing. And every day he would go out fishing, and he would come back with the limit of what he could catch. Even on those days where others seemed to come in with one or two smaller fish, he would come back in with a boatload filled of fish. Well, people around town started talking. They were getting a little bit worked up about this man and thought that something was not quite right. So, a DNR agent went undercover. And that day, as the older man showed up with his boat to go out fishing, the DNR agent said, "You know, it's been a while since I've been out in a boat and done some really good fishing. You mind if I ride along with you?" And this man says, "Well, I'll certainly check you out. Hop on in." So they get in the boat together and they go out and they are touring Lake Winnipesaukee. And then this man takes him over into a little cove and he said, "You know, this is a place where I've had a lot of luck. Let's stop here and do some fishing." DNR agent said, "Great. I'm glad to stop here." And then the old man opens his tackle box, looks in. He had brought his fishing pole. He had brought the lures and the worms. But there in his fishing box, he takes out a stick of dynamite. He lights the dynamite and he throws it out into the lake. There's a big boom, and all of a sudden 200 fish float to the surface, and he starts going around picking up the fish. The DNR agent looks at him and says, "What are you doing?" He pulls out his badge and says, "You realize I'm a DNR agent." He said, "Oh, you're a DNR agent." He grabs another stick of dynamite, lights it, throws it to the DNR agent and says, "Well, I guess you better start fishing." So I guess the question is for us, what has Jesus thrown our way that maybe breaks the rules, at least the rules that we anticipate in our culture? What has he thrown our way? The gifts, the talents, that says, are you going to hold on to it? Are you going to throw it out there and let something happen? So the question is, for you, are you going to fish or what? Amen. Amen.